officer that said that there was a complaint of us being loud. And
if we're being completely honest,
said we were having a casual
the
conversation.
man is probably from that man right there, isn't it?
I don't know. It just said noise complaint here in the median. I know this is the second call.
I know it's from that man, and I'm not trying to be mean. He's an asshole.
All right.
And he keeps, we're literally just out here existing.
What's up, tribe? Today, we are covering the very serious dangers of what happens when feminists become vengeful. Yeah, when they start craving revenge. So, let's get into it, shall we?
He is an asshole. And he is not happy that we're out here. For whatever reason.
All right. So, keep it down.
We're not being
Get called again. Then we're going to have to start looking at disorderly type stuff.
Really? Okay.
If it's from the same person if it was multiple people, I would understand.
And I don't know.
I know it's.
I'd have to go try to find who called.
I know for a fact both of them are from him. That is not our fault that he is just an asshole. If it was from multiple people in the area, okay, I would understand. But the fact that he is just being an asshole and saying something about us multiple times.
Did you have any interaction with him?
Yes, earlier. It wasn't even me. It wasn't even us. There were other people that live here. Mm-hmm. 2 other women. They were outside and he came out and he was like, he was rude. He was rude. And they can vouch for that too. It was 2 other women. Okay. And then we have been here the whole time too. Sitting over there.
Had any interactions with anybody.
Literally sitting over there.
Okay.
He had interactions with the 2 women, and
they're gone.
Yeah, I mean they're in their house now.
They live there.
Yeah, they live here.
Okay. Well, you guys are talking. Just keep it down.
Yes, sir.
So
I mean,
hopefully whoever it is doesn't call again. All right.
Okay. Thank you. Tell Shanita what bothered. Tell Shanita what bothered.
All right.
After the officers left, the woman went to the door of the man she believed had made the complaint.
I don't care about a neighborhood bully. I do not care.
And this is the first thing we're going to cover about the very serious dangers of when feminists start becoming vengeful, when they start craving revenge against us men. Because many times over, when the feminist wants revenge against men, they are willing to throw everything out the window. Like everything. Career, education, you name it. It all goes out the window in order to get revenge on the guy. It is. For example, for all of you, when I was still in school and still part of the local Western dating market, not anymore. I'm a proud passport bro now, married to a woman from overseas. Yeah. Well, I got news for you. When I was in school, for YouTube channel purposes, can't name names, so I'll just call her Jen. I was talking to a girl named Jen in school, yeah. And, well, there was a conversation we had about being more than just friends. She led me on for like a good amount of months. She did. Before she finally told me, hey, she didn't want to date me. I got angry. Because I was led on for so long. I made a complaint to the school. I did. She got in trouble. She got a bit of a stern talking to. Yeah. Thing is, it wasn't really that much of a disciplinary action. It was just literally a stern talking to. Regardless, Jen became so overly vengeful that she was starting making religious complaints on a regular basis about me, somehow making her feel uncomfortable, even when our class schedules clearly show that, like, hey, it's literally impossible for me to have done anything to you. Quite literally. That's what happened. And she was so vengeful, like I said, she was willing to throw everything out the window. Career, education, the law, friends. She was willing to throw friends under the bus. She even told some of her friends that, like, hey, if you give your number to Matthew, I'm not going to be friends with you anymore. Like, she made it clear, anyone who gives their number to me, she will turn on them. Quite literally. Like, everything, revenge on the man took top priority over everything else. And make matters worse, apparently her parents didn't even know this was going down. They didn't. Like, her mom would come visit the school, she would see me, and she was interacting with smiles, all that stuff. She made her daughter only had good things to say about me. And that's another dangerous part about feminists wanting revenge. Is that if a feminist is this overly vengeful towards you guys, then it doesn't matter which way you look at it. You, the man, are in fact an essential asset to that woman's life. You are. If you weren't, she wouldn't be that vengeful towards you. She really wouldn't be.
It's not necessary now.
I don't care. Why don't you come here?
And
What? Huh? You're so quick to call the cops. Why are you so scared to have a little confrontation? Huh? Here we are. Let's go. I'll stand here all night. I don't care. Whatever you want. What are we doing? The cops back again?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, what they do? Call you again?
Yeah, what's going on?
Call you again because I'm knocking on the door?
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm trying to confront them about calling the cops on us, so I was knocking on their door.
Okay.
And they won't even answer, and here they are calling you again to come to their door.
Okay, so what's the issue in the first place? Why were the cops called the first time?
Literally no issue. It was me and two other men who were sitting in those chairs.
Okay.
Waiting for the parade to start. We were minding our own business. Nothing to do with them.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second time. That's one issue. The first issue, it was me and two other women who live here on this property. We were sitting over here. We were having our own time. I don't know who it was. I don't know either of them. One of the men came out and came up to us and was like, you need to quiet down. It was not on their property. We were over there doing our own business.
I remember I just warned you what was going to happen if I came back.
No, you never said anything.
You're going in handcuffs.
For what?
Public drunkenness.
I am.
Come here. I'm not playing this game for the rest of the morning. Come here.
Guys, I literally.
Turn around.
What he says?
Okay. Like, I do not understand what is the issue.
Being drunk in public is the issue.
Another issue, madam, is that retaliation is a crime here in the United States. It is. Which is also a reason why a lot of employers are trying to avoid hiring Western women right now, because that's a direct result of the feminist movement. That's a crime that a majority of women here in the West, not all, but a majority of them, just don't seem to care about. But another thing I thought I should point out, like, notice the supposed man's lifestyle. That's a big house, really good property right there. He pretty much has it well made. He does. But this is important because, after all, have you guys ever noticed that it doesn't matter if it's a work location, church, school, you name it. Whenever there's a situation where you, the man, are doing better than the woman, like you might be succeeding more than she is in a certain area, that is literally when the religious and constant complaints towards you about somehow making her feel uncomfortable end up taking place. That no one can really identify the cause of because she's not really giving the cause. Whenever you ask her, she keeps the answer very overly vague and overly emotional. Am I right? Fortunately, I think I have an explanation for you guys, because I was in one of those situations before, and, well, it escalated to where the woman screamed at me and said, Matthew, you are not going to replace me. That's when it dawned on me. Whenever you guys are in a situation like that, and the woman starts making those religious complaints about you somehow making her feel uncomfortable, but she won't tell you what it is you're doing, guess what? You guys didn't do anything wrong. The supposed uncomfortable feeling that woman is talking about in that situation is the fear of you guys replacing her in some aspect in that facility or in life, whether it be career-based, financial-based, social-based, attention-based, you name it. Well, to all you ladies out there, I hate to break this to you, but yeah, unfortunately, if you read up on what the wall is, that's a reality that you ladies just can't avoid. You really cannot. When you ladies turn 30, the attention you gained when you were in your 20s will be passed on to the man of the same age as you. When you ladies become 40, people are going to stop looking at you. The only people that will look at you ladies when you're 40 is your husband or your children. Hence the reason why marriage is so much more important to women than it is to men. Us men, hey, as long as we get what we want from women, we don't really care. We really don't. Hence the reason why men are the prize. That's not sexist. That's just me pointing out that in order for you ladies to get married, you ladies need to convince the man that, like, hey, marrying you is going to be a good investment to our lives. That's literally what you ladies have to do.
This is the fourth call we've had here.
But it wasn't about me. It's
been about you this whole time.
No, I'm staying in the Airbnb right there. They were being ridiculous. There were me and two men sitting over there, minding our business. We were not doing anything. I promise. I was not doing anything.
26, one white female, 1095.
I don't know what to say. I was literally not doing anything. I'm staying at that Airbnb right there. They are being ridiculous. What is so wrong about that?
All right, have a seat till we wait for a female to come and search you.
Okay. They were just being so mean. They were being so mean.
Unfortunately for you, it's not illegal to be an asshole. So.
But, like, what is illegal about me trying to talk to them?
It's illegal for you to be drunk in public.
I'm not.
It's also illegal for you to be retaliating, madam. Yeah.
Alright, so I know there was a call, another officer road.
Yes.
And then call back again. That's when I just told them, talked to them. I'm like, I know someone else was here.
Right.
If I come see you again, someone's going to jail. She's going to jail.
Yeah.
So, what all transpired?
We were in here, sitting right here at the corner, like where at the end of my white fence, there were 3 chairs, I think. They're still there. And that's where they were.
Mm-hmm.
And she was being loud, and so I went out. Mm-hmm. And I think her sister and her mother, but probably her grandmother, was sitting there. They told her to quiet down. She continued. So they went inside. They're singing one of these.
And next thing I know, she just keeps popping up.
Yeah. So next thing we knew, she showed up with the guys out here in the median. And that's where someone came and spoke to them out there.
And they were continuing to be loud in the median.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys called.
Now notice how the feminist, she didn't even mention that the women or her mother or sister. She left that completely out. But this is another danger of feminists becoming vengeful, where they want revenge against the guy. Because that they'll use this very common manipulation tactic where they'll cry victim towards you and they'll memorize literally everything you did. They will. But when it comes to their own interactions in that incident, they're going to play undiagnosed amnesia. That's literally what's going to happen. Very common manipulation tactic by the feminist movement. Very common.
4 times?
Three.
Or 3?
Then she came back up on the porch and she's over there. She's just
Yeah.
threatening us.
The
Hey,
4th
we're out
time.
here minding our own business and we ain't bothering nobody. I'm not taking anything from you bunch of bullies. And I'm going, are you kidding? You come on my property?
Was she like pounding on your door at
No,
all?
she's ringing the doorbell constantly.
Okay.
And that was where it recorded her.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of bullies. And I'm sitting there thinking, I pay taxes here. We gotta go to work. What is wrong with you? Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Once this is over, we have contacted the mayor, our alderman. I've even emailed the chief of police twice. Y'all have better things to do than this bunch of bullshit like this.
You really think I deserve to be behind bars for this?
I warned you.
What do you mean? You never warned me.
The last time I was here, I said if I get called back, we would have to be looking at a disorderly charge, and I got called back not even 5 minutes after I left.
I didn't. Okay, can you not agree that those men are just ridiculous?
They're just trying to sleep. They have to work in the morning. All right, step out. Right over to the door.
It's too late for me to take a sobriety test. I didn't even want to take one. I want to show you.
All right, wait over here along the wall.
Ridiculous. Those guys are assholes. Those guys are assholes. I bet if you ask every neighbor around them, they will agree with me. I'm just the one who had balls to go to their front door and knock on the door. And it's St. Patrick's Day. Of course we're on the media and talking. We're just hanging out, waiting. I don't understand why that's such an issue. Why should I have to go to jail for that? It's ridiculous. I hope you feel really good about this. I hope you feel really good. There's murderers, there's drunk drivers, there's so many bad people downtown right now, and you're gonna arrest me? You.
I'm just enforcing your decisions.
You could have easily been like, hey, go home.
I did
was
that.
right next door. No, I was right next door. When I was on their porch, you could have been like, hey, leave, or I'm arresting you.
So the way...
If you would have said, hey, leave, or I'm arresting you, I would have gone
home. The way
home.
I do my job...
I would have gone home.
The way I do my job,
people
get one warning.
Okay.
You got one warning. After that, I don't care.
Okay.
I'll ruin your day and take you to jail.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, madam, it wasn't guys. It was one guy and his wife. Yeah, but notice how she just automatically just says the guys. Probably because the feminist movement promotes this narrative, this religious occult narrative, that men are the source of all things evil. Well, women are pure and little innocent angels who can do no wrong. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Now, admittedly, I want to think that, hey, this officer's way of handling things is probably the better way to go. Because after all, one thing I've also noticed when feminists like this become vengeful at multiple facilities, schools, churches, businesses, you name it, work locations, is that very often the facility will do this thing where they will try to cater and please the feminist emotions by simply just giving men a stern talking to every single time, because, like, hey, they don't want to go to court with this. If they do, they're going to get laughed out of the courtroom because you don't really have anything documentation-wise that's eligible within a court of law. So if you discipline the man in something that could be put on paper, man sues you, it's pretty much going to be just a one-sided lawsuit. Because, hey, the guy's the one who has something that's eligible in the court of law where you do not. Now, Canada, I'm not trying to defend these facilities at all. I'm not. I'm just saying that what's happening in those situations is the facility is trying to utilize the least costly method to address that particular situation when a feminist becomes vengeful. Usually it's just catering to the woman's emotions and promoting the idea you're some kind of evil man by giving you a stern talking to every time. Yeah, that's usually what it is. To any men who are dealing with that, I am truly sorry for your situation. I am. Fortunately, I believe I have a solution for you. Because I actually tried this out before. Which is, hey, even when this happens to you guys, email the complaint to whoever it is at the facility, like authority or like HR, you name it, and CC the email to yourself, but also CC that email of your complaint to anybody you can find of relevancy. Like anybody, like classmates, employees, you name it, CC that email to everybody. Like, dude, you're not trying to be mean here, you're not breaking any rules here, you're just saying a direct message to that facility. It doesn't matter if it's a school or church or a place of work, that, hey, you're not going to be able to control the narrative here. I am not going to be silent. People are going to know what you have done. They will. Because after all, the funny thing about manipulation tactics, which is what we see the feminist movement be well known and utilizing, in this case it'll be controlling the narrative. Well, in many cases, manipulation tactics are pretty much the equivalent of trying to rob a gas station with a flamethrower. It does not always work. It really does not. And when it fails to work, it leaves an enormously huge mess that the manipulator, in this case a feminist, is basically backed in the corner and has no other options but to clean up the mess all on her own. Because everyone else has run away as if their lives depend on it, because it actually does. That's all I'm saying.
Cool. I hope you feel really good about that. Good for you. Good for you. Fucking asshole.
Trust me, I've been called a whole lot worse.
Trust me, I've dealt with a lot worse than you. You have no idea. This is so silly. You could have literally just told me, hey, go home, and I would have went to bed.
You had that opportunity.
How easy that would have been?
I gave you a warning.
That was so different than what was going on. And also, those men are assholes.
So everything you're telling me, you will have your day in court to tell the judge.
Whatever.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
How are you?
Great. How are you this morning? She'll let it bound.
She does.
Yeah, she will.
Go ahead and turn and face the wall for me, please.
We don't have quotas. This is whatever we do.
Paperwork for no reason?
Not for no reason, just to get you to stop causing trouble.
Oh, for you to make the gay neighbors feel better about themselves. Good for you.
It's a guy and a woman. They're not gay.
Oh, they're definitely gay.
It's a guy and a woman.
Not that that matters. My brother's gay. I don't give a f- that has.
Well, I don't know why you're calling them that if they're not.
Those guys are assholes.
It's a guy.
The reason why I keep saying guys, everybody, is because, hey, feminists keep wanting to religiously promote this religious occult idea that men are the source of all things evil, women are pure innocent angels who can do no wrong. That's the reason why she literally cannot come back to reality and realize, hey, it was not just a guy calling the cops on you, it was also a woman too. That's the reason why. Anyways, that's all I got time for.